Hello again, Town Administrator Keith Hickey with the latest version of This Week in Kingston for the week ending August 26, 2021. Summer comes to a close. The heat continues to be a challenge for us. And unfortunately, we continue to talk about COVID. Just so people are aware, we had about 150 people at our most recent vaccination clinic a couple of Saturdays ago. Went really, really well. We hope to have another vaccination clinic at some point in the near future. Haven't got a scheduled date yet, but I assume it'll be sometime in September. So please check the town websites and Facebook pages, and we'll get you that information as quickly as we can. The governor, the commissioner of DESE, the Department of Education and Secondary Education, Elementary and Secondary Education, decided yesterday to issue a mandate on masks at the schools. That information was emailed out to all of the parents of school-age kids yesterday, mandating masks unless you have certain qualifying conditions or issues that you need to deal with. So all the kids will be going back to school with masks starting in a couple of weeks and going through at least, I think, October 1st, if I'm not mistaken. So there's information on the school's website on that decision. So if you have any interest at all in getting more information, please check the school website. They have that information for you. Some different things that are going on. If people aren't aware, the Coast Guard is proposing to close the Situate Coast Guard Station. There's been some discussion amongst some of the South Shore communities about how we try to keep that open. We have a press conference scheduled for the 31st of August, where we hope to have our state and federal legislators up there to help us out with that press conference, with the hopes of keeping that Situate station open. If it were to be closed, the staffing and the ships that are there now would move to Hull, and emergency responses by the Coast Guard would come from Hull rather than Situate, which in many cases will double the response time, which obviously is a problem with as many new boaters as we have out there, and the need to make sure that the people who are on boats are safe. We need to keep that Situate Coast Guard station open. So we'll be attending that press conference next Tuesday with the police, fire chief, and harbor master to show Kingston support and trying to keep the Coast Guard station open in Situate. This past week at the board meeting, the board made a couple of decisions of note. The first was they decided not to extend the liquor license, or one of the liquor licenses, at the Indian Pond Country Club to the golf course. There's golf course beverage carts out there that don't have licenses. When Mr. Tonsberg was made aware of that, he stopped the sale of alcohol on the golf courses. But the board decided on Tuesday night not to allow him to sell alcohol on the course. They denied the extension of that license. So at this point, there will continue to be no alcohol sold at that golf course. The Board of Selectmen also approved a schedule for town meeting, just to make people aware of the fall town meeting date. It's November 16th. However, some of the important dates start in September. The Board of Selectmen at their board meeting will open the warrant on September 7th, and then the warrant will be closed by the Board of Selectmen at their September 21st the Board of Selectmen meeting. So there's a 2-week window for warrant articles to be submitted to the board. In the month of October, the Board of Selectmen and the Finance Committee will review the proposed warrant articles and ultimately make decisions during that month as to whether or not they want to support the articles that have been brought forward. And then, as I mentioned, Tuesday, the 16th of November, the town meeting will be held, and the voters who are there will be able to decide whether or not they support some or all of the articles that have been proposed. So again, there'll be some of the articles that I'm sure will be on the warrant will be excuse me, the police supervisor's contract, 3-year collective bargaining agreement, a 1-year contract extension for the firefighters. I anticipate that the Winthrop Street property purchase will be on the warrant. Potentially the sale of the former fire station at 10 Maple Street will be on that warrant as well. I'm assuming there'll be some other warrant articles as well that I'm not aware of at this point. But those will be some of the larger topics discussed at town meeting. So again, if you can plan on being there on the 16th, that would be fantastic. We'd love to have as many people in the audience as possible discussing and deciding on the topics at town meeting. Moving forward, the board will be meeting again the first Tuesday in September. We'll be discussing at that point, as I mentioned, opening the warrant, and also later that week, the Community Preservation Committee will be having a public hearing on Thursday evening. I believe it's the 9th of September, where they'll be having public comment and then ultimately deciding whether or not to support the Winthrop Street property purchase funding application. So that'll be discussed on Thursday night, the 9th. The Board of Selectmen will have a special Board of Selectmen meeting on Friday, September 10th at noontime, to decide whether or not they would like to they'd like to exercise their right of first refusal on that property. So if they do, there'll be an article on the warrant. So we'll know definitively, I would say, on the 10th of September, whether or not you'll see a Winthrop Street purchase of that property at town meeting in October. So stay tuned. A lot of stuff going on. Please stay informed. The new website is about a month away. It really looks nice. I hope people are happy, and more importantly, I hope they find it to be informative when you get there. So please stay tuned for that. We'll let everybody know when that goes live, coming up in the very near future. So with that, I want to thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.